Hello, YouTube. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for tuning into another exciting episode of Texas Toku Team. I'm Trey, your Red Ranger. Give me 1 second here. Hopefully, the video playback here will stop. No. All right, cool. It doesn't matter. I think I don't have to worry about it until I transition. See, I'm learning new things. We're learning new things together. And heroes, I'm excited to make a better show for you. I'm sorry it's 3 days in, and we ain't the smoothest. But look, do you think that you would hop into a mech episode 1 and just know how things work? I know heads up display and all that, but I don't believe it. I personally don't believe it. I'm adept at the shit. I don't think I'm. You know what I mean? So let's just be kind to each other. No. But thank y'all for tuning in. And we're gonna follow up again. A big shout out to last week's conversation, introducing us to the fact that Marvel Universe 79203. Go on ahead and impress all your friends with that. That's how you bring Super Sentai into the Marvel Universe. That's where Battle Fever J and the rest of the Super Sentai happen to reside. Thanks to One's Jim Shooter and Stan Lee. Congressing and saying that live action Spider-Man wasn't enough, and then passing on said Captain America adaptation, live action adaptation, 1982-1983. So, now we're here, and we're now here at how Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, circa 1993, enters the fray of mechs, mechanized mayhem, madness, and wonder. So, before we do that, we're going to get started talking about the Tokusatsu news that's been going on. Because all of a sudden, just a bunch of new stuff. Have y'all seen the Kamen Rider Zets information, right? Zets is going to be the first global release of a Kamen Rider, right? It's going to be simulcast, like, I think it's TV Tokyo, and here on YouTube, right? So, read the Tokusatsu Network or Tokusatsu Network's release on it. A tweet from the Kamen Rider Global account on X, Toei has unveiled the first official look at the upcoming series, Kamen Rider Zets. The series is set to premiere in Japan September 2025, with mention of streaming US, Canada, as well as Hong Kong, South Korea, Thailand, Taiwan, Vietnam, and the Middle East and North African areas. Yo! This has been the dream! This has been the dream, y'all. And it's happening. I know Subaraya has been doing this since circa 2013, 2014. And they've had some form of first staggering releases, then releasing them simulcast. Even so much as getting multiple platforms to simulcast. So they'll release it on the Subaraya's channel. Then they'll also release it on Shout Factory. Then also have it on Tokushoutsu, the channel. And yeah, we know that this has been a slow global strategy for a few outlets. But the fact that now it's just legitimized, it's going to be that's it. This is it. This is big news, guys. This is so huge. This is, I don't want to be weird. This is kind of a different point, I'm saying, so that's exciting. It's really exciting to hear and to witness happening all the time. Let me see here. Y'all got the bear with me 1 second. There you go. So on top of that, we have a new anime to look out forward to. So I know if any of you had a chance, Tokusatsu inspired anime, it's sometimes the inspiration goes the other way around, right? We have Kaiju number 8, of course. You know what I'm saying? That's been a wonderful series. Pardon me. Not only do we have oh, stick. Oh, no. I got other information. Not only got Kaiju number 8, Go Loser Ranger, right? We have several series that are peripherally inspired by one of my favorites, Samurai Flamenco is an older series. But we have series throughout that are just layered and laden in the lore of grown-ups in spandex punching rubber suit monsters, right? And this one's gonna be no exception. Kojima wants to be a Kamen Rider. It premieres October 2025. It kind of got like that really harsh lines, like Cyborg 0091 kind of aesthetic. You know what I'm saying? Rest in power, Shotaro Ishinomori. One of the only reasons why we're here in the first place, y'all. Another fact to flex for your friends. Remember the person who gave us Kamen Rider in the first place? Shotaro Ishinomori, y'all. So do not flinch at that. That is, you know what I'm saying? He gave us Kamen Rider, Go Ranger, you know what I'm saying? Cyborg 009. He has Machine Man. He has so many other series he's been off and on a part of. Shouts out to him. The one true author. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we got Tojima wants to be a Kamen Rider. There's a trailer too. Let me go on ahead and actually see if I can. So we got key art here, along with trailer. Y'all want to pop in this trailer? Let's get on this trailer. We can do this.
皆さんこんばんは、声優の茅野愛です。
鈴村健一です。斉藤壮馬です。
ファイルーズ愛です。
さあ、お待たせしました。僕たちが声の出演をする作品を
いよいよ発表します。それでは、いきますよ。
変身。
その日から私のタックル道は始まった。電波人間タック
ハリケーン。最強の仮面ライダーは V3 だ。ユータイスは僕が守るから。やーライダーマン。
私のこと好き？
電波人間
ライダーマン。
So this is something I think we got to look forward to. Tojima wants to be a Kamen Rider. It's going to be one of the many wonderful anime that follow in the tradition of following the lore of Grown Ups and Spandex. Like, I'm personally excited. I think it gives us something to watch this fall. Alongside, we said September, we have huge other announcements too. Let's see here. On top of Kamen Rider Zets coming out this September, and Tojima wants to be a Kamen Rider. Let's also keep in mind, so Gozuger as a Super Sentai has just been going hard in the paint, y'all. Never flinch at that. Like, look at this. You know what I'm saying? Fools out here now want you dressed like the Sixth Ranger. You know what I'm saying? Look, just going ahead and add that to your. Do y'all didn't do the JCPenney big catalog? Like, let me circle this real quick. Yeah, no one did that? No one did that? It was just me? Nah, go ahead and just circle that. Put that in your catalog. Bandai Premium out here tempting you. Synthetic leather. Okay, so, I mean, it's going to be meant to be a little resilient. You know what I mean? It's going to be sick. It's going to be sick, y'all. So, Zets, and, of course, our Bandai Premium fits. This is something I've been off and on seeing a little bit of. I've only seen the shorts, but apparently there's a whole feature about this. I think an actor known for a lot of other TV shows by the name of Taro Okamoto. He's doing a little hybridization, almost like homage to like 1970s, late 1970s, like I think like. I mean, 1970s, early 1980s, Ultraman Leo, Ultraman 80, you know what I'm saying? That type of series tokusatsu. I don't need y'all to check my boy out here. You know what I'm saying? One second here. Yeah. You know, I love it when technology just be out here fooling on you, bro. All right, we'll get to that part in a second. Also, Cygames has an entire Tokusatsu episode for their Pretty Girl Derby game, Umamu Sume. There you go, Umamu Sume. It's like Chocobo racing, but with like pretty girls, magical girls. You know what I'm saying? So that's I've seen some of that. It's kind of cool, I guess. I'm sorry. Sometimes I'm just not like it does some of that stuff like it's too cute. That's be shown in. That's this, that, and the other. It just sometimes don't register in my brain. I was like, that's cute, but it don't. So this looks tight though. The Tokusatsu episode. Yeah. So I'm gonna give you like the first few minutes.
疲れた。疲れ。今日お客さん多かったもんね。めっちゃ多かった。あとさ、最近私目が霞むのよ。なんか見えない。あ、じゃあ人参どう？カロテン足りてないんじゃない？聞くよ。あ、じゃあこれも？そうそうそうそう。馬チューバーのソノンエルフィーのチャンネルでも売ってたんだって。そうなんだ。あった。
Umamu Sume. It's a pretty girl derby game. Let me see if I have that still. So I ended up watching a dude play it for 3 hours while I was working on the episode today. Let me just part where you can see. There it is.
Fucking in the. I mean, there's nothing that a horse.
All right, do you see what I'm saying? Chocobo race, but with pretty girls. So it's you win some, you lose some. All right, but shouts out to the Pretty Girl Derby because this episode I did watch it and it is cool. And again, well produced, great camera work, and they make it worth your while. We're going to put Carrot Man. Lardlon attacks the article here, you know what I mean? And y'all can just visit at y'all's leisure, you know what I'm saying? Final note in Tokusatsu news. What do we have here? Zits. Taro Man, my boy, and his film, of course. Let me go ahead and put that up here, too. From Taro Okamoto. So this is came out June 22nd. I believe this came out in reference to
未来の宇宙大万博の失敗によってこの70年万博が消滅します。1970年の皆さん、こんにちは。ここが昭和100年。
生かすわね。
人類を幸せにするものは何か。技術の進歩だ。何も生まれないのだ。本当やデタラメか。
道がないから面白いんじゃないか。そう岡本太郎も言っていたな。
宇宙規模のデタラメエネルギー悪用されたらどんなことが起こる？あれが本当のデタラメ。やはり彼の力が必要です。
わしのビルが社長。
映画大長編タローマン万博大爆発。
さあおいで。
ぜひ劇場でお楽しみください。
なお会員証型ムビチケカードも好評発売中。
It may have been for an exhibition too. It looks like too, and then like they probably road showed it, and then they're gonna probably put the video in. You know what I'm saying? I don't. Basically, when I find out where it's distributed, you will know where it's distributed, and we will be able to watch it. It looks cool. It looks really cool. But with not much to do about anything, we are going to hop into the presentation. Just bear with me 1 second here. Before we do, I do want to give it. Hold on, let me see here. See how this presentation works. If that doesn't work, we'll do the screen capture elsewhere. But this is transition here. Yeah. First off, the words on display there. I see all the way up to. It looks like. Are we up to the turbo? I think.
Wild Force.
That's Wild Force.
It's out of sequence though, because and isn't that one Time Force?
That is
yeah,
Time
Force,
Force.
Wild Force.
All right.
Mighty Morphin.
That's Turbo.
I think that one's Turbo, and then that one
Zeo.
Zeo. Okay.
Yo. So it's like, wow. I see. I like when I get to see which gimmick was everyone's favorite or whatever. Because personally, I'll be like, look, I love. Did y'all remember Magna Defender? He was his own Zord. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then you know what I'm saying. On top of that, he never combined with the other Zords, so he was like his own package. You know what I'm saying? Unto himself. You know what I mean? Yeah. First off, the
And
Zord
his Zord
on
that
display
demonstrated the
there, I see all the way up
physics-defying
to,
ability
it
to
looks
hold
like-
a portal open.
Are
Like,
we
that confused me so bad.
Turbo, I
Like,
think?
it's made out of metal. It's a
Wild
giant
Force.
robot,
That's
and a
Wild
portal
Force.
is
It's
like
out
an
of sequence,
ephemeral
though,
thing. It's
'cause-
not like a
and
wall that's
isn't
falling
that
down. And
one
he's just like, let me
Time
hold this
Force?
That
portal
is
open,
Time
and
Force.
everybody
Wild
quick
Force.
escape.
Mighty Morphin.
That's Turbo.
I don't know how he did that.
And then that one.
It's like
Zeo. Okay.
so talented. so it's like because he's the only one that we've seen do some like which gimmick was everyone's favorite or whatever. Because personally, literally a ray that turns the ranger into an entire walking robot. You know what I'm saying? Because like again, the only other versions of this we've had is maybe when the bad alien rangers Psycho Rangers and those other Clay Rangers got turned into like kaiju or whatever. We haven't had like kaiju Ultraman Rangers. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The Psycho Rangers are like Monster of the Week style monsters, though. When they show them outside their ranger uniforms, they're like the classic "make my monster grow."
Yeah.
So it makes sense for them. But then you got the Mystic Force where they become the Zords. That level of like, what are the implications? What are the real world implications of you are the Zord? That sounds dangerous.
Oh, even further implications. Let's go on ahead with that Quagmire. Like I'm weirded out by the fact that they're like they've said multiple times that like especially for, like Lost Galaxy and stuff
off,
that like
the
the Zords have their own
on
sentience.
display
There,
Yeah.
the words on display there. I see all the way up
Turbo,
to
I
it
think?
looks like
Wild
Are we-
Force.
That's Wild Force.
It's out
The
of sequence
Turbo,
though,
I
'cause-
think?
and isn't
Wild
that
Force.
one
That's Wild
Time
Force.
It's out of
That is Time
sequence
Force.
though,
Wild Force.
and
Isn't
that
Mighty
one
Morphin.
Time Force?
That is
yeah,
Time Force.
I think that one's Turbo, and then that
Mighty
one
Morphin.
That's Turbo.
Zeo. I think that one's Turbo, and then that
So
one
it's like
Zeo.
wow. I
Zeo. Okay.
see. I like when I get to see.
So it's like,
which
I
gimmick was
see,
everyone's
I like
favorite or
when I
whatever,
get to
'cause
see
personally,
which
I'll be like
gimmick was everyone's
look, I
favorite
love-
or whatever.
do y'all
Because
remember,
personally,
Magna Defender,
I'll be
he was
like,
his
look,
own
Yeah.
Zord.
I love.
You know
Do
what
y'all
I'm saying?
remember
And
Magna
then,
Defender?
You know what I'm saying?
He was
on top
whole
of
his
that,
own
he never
Zord.
combined with the other
You know what I'm
Zords,
saying?
so
Like,
he's like, and then
his
you know what I'm
own
saying? On top of that,
package.
he never
You know what I'm
combined with the
saying?
other
Unto
Zords, so he
himself,
was
you know
like
what I mean?
his own package. You know
And
what I'm
his
saying?
Zord
Unto
that
himself, you know what I
demonstrated
mean?
the physics-defying ability to hold
And
a
his
portal
Zord
fro-
that
open.
demonstrated
the
that confused me so
physics-defying
bad.
ability
Like,
to
it's
hold
made
a
out of
portal
metal. It's a
open.
giant
Like,
robot, and a portal is
that
like an
confused me
ephemeral
so bad.
thing.
Like,
It's not like
it's
a
made out of
wall
metal.
that's
It's a
falling
giant
down. And he's
robot, and
just
a
like, "Let me
portal is
hold
like
this
an
portal open,
ephemeral
everybody
thing.
quick
It's not like a
escape."
wall that's falling down. And he's just like, let me hold this portal open. Everybody quick escape. I don't know how he did that. I don't know how he did that.
It's like because he's the
so
only one
talented.
that we've seen do
So
some
blessed.
like
Because he's the only
dimension-defying, you know what
one
I'm
that
saying,
we've seen
feats,
do
right,
some
you know what I'm
like
Yeah.
literally a ray that turns the
dimension-defying,
ranger
you know what I'm
into
saying,
an
feats,
entire
right, you know what I'm saying?
walking
Yeah.
robot. You know what I'm
literally
saying?
a
'Cause,
ray
like,
that turns the
again,
ranger
the only
into
other
an
versions
entire
of this we had is
walking
maybe
robot.
you know what I'm saying? Because like
bad alien
again, the
Rangers
only
and-
other
or the-
versions of
was
this
it
we had is
Psycho
maybe
Rangers
when
and those
the
other Clay
bad
Rangers
alien
got
Rangers
turned into
and-
like
or the
you know,
was it
Yeah.
kaiju or whatever.
Psycho Rangers and those
We haven't
other
had,
Clay
like,
Rangers got turned
kaiju
into like
Ultraman
you know,
Rangers,
Yeah.
kaiju or whatever.
Yeah.
we haven't
The
had
Psycho
like
Rangers are like Monster of the
kaiju
Week
Ultimate
style
Rangers,
monsters,
you know what I
though.
mean?
When they show them
Yeah.
outside their
The
Ranger
Psycho Rangers
uniforms,
are
they're
like
like the
Monster of the Week
classic
style
make my
monsters,
monster
though. When they
grow.
show them
Yeah.
outside
So
their
it
Ranger
makes sense for
uniforms,
them.
they're like the classic
Um,
make my monster grow.
But then
Yeah.
you
So
got
it makes sense for
the
them.
Mystic Force where they
Um,
become the Zords. That
But then
level
you
of
got
like
the
what are the
Mystic Force where they
implications?
become
What
the
are the real
Zords.
world
That level of
implications
like
if you are the Zord?
what are the
That
implications?
sounds
What are the real
dangerous.
world
Oh,
implications if
even
you
further
are the
implications.
Zord?
Let's go on ahead
That
with that
sounds
Quagmire.
dangerous.
Even
Like,
further
I'm
implications.
weirded
Let's
out
go
by
on
the
ahead
fact that
with
they're
that
like
Quagmire.
they've said multiple
like,
times that
I'm
like,
weirded
especially
out
from,
by
like,
the
Lost
fact that
Galaxy
they're
and
like
stuff, that, like,
they've
the Zords
said
have their own
multiple
sentience,
times that like, and
especially
it's not
from, like,
just
Lost
these.
Galaxy
It's
and
like
stuff, that like the Zords
as
have
far
their own
back as
sentience.
like, and it's not just
Tyrannosaurus
these.
Rex
It's
is, you know what I'm
like
saying? When
as
the
far
Thunderzord,
back as
when
like
the Thunderzord process
Tyrannosaurus
happened,
Rex
did
is,
they
you know what I'm saying?
transition
When the Thunderzord,
to forgetting their old identity
process happened,
as
did
a
they
T-Rex?
transition
Like,
to
you
forgetting
know,
their
like,
old
A
identity
lot of times
as a
Zords that it's
T-Rex?
implied
Like,
that they're
you
sentient
know what I mean?
get
A
killed.
lot of
Like
times
they
Zords that it's
definitely
implied that they're
imply that
sentient
the Mighty
get
Morphin
killed.
Zords are
Like
sentient.
they
That
definitely
first time that
imply
they like
that the
fake
Mighty
out like
Morphin
they kill them
Zords
and
are
they fall into
sentient. Like
the lava
that first
crevice
time
or
that they like
whatever.
fake out
And
like
it's
they
like
kill
really
them and they fall into
sad. They're like
lava
as
crevice
they're
or
falling
whatever.
down into the
And it's like
lava.
really
That
sad.
very
They're like
heavily is like, oh
as they're
no, the
falling
Zords,
down into the
they're
lava.
animals, they're in
That
pain.
very
And then
heavily
they
is like,
legit
oh
get
no, the
blown up
Zords,
later
they're
with the,
animals, they're in
overload
pain.
while they're
And
fighting
then they
Rito.
legit get
I mean,
blown
that's when
up
they're
later
the Thunder
with they,
Zords, but like
overload
still.
while they're
So I'm
fighting
like,
Rito.
okay. So
I mean, that's when they're
Kimberly's
the Thunder
reaction of like,
Zords,
she's
but
like,
like
hold me
still.
back. Like
So I'm like,
that
okay.
is
So Kimberly's
an
reaction of like,
adequate
she's like, hold me
reaction
back.
to,
Like
a robot
that
you've known for
is
many years
an
dying in front of
adequate
you.
reaction to
like your
a
pet,
robot you've
or
known for
would
many
they
years
be
dying in
that's
front of
fucked up
you.
to say like your horse
like
is
your
your
pet,
colleague,
or would they
you know what I'm
be?
saying? Like,
'Cause that's fucked up to say like your horse is your
It kind of
colleague.
depends on the level.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
feel
Like,
like definitely the Wild Zords seem like they're a
It kind
little
of
bit
depends on the
more
level. I
sentient,
feel like definitely the
less
Wild
pet,
Zords seem like they're a little bit
more partner,
more sentient, less
Let me feed
pet,
but
more
yeah, I'm trying to
partner.
think what other ones they
Imply,
but
it's. I mean,
yeah,
a
I'm trying
lot
to
of the
think what other
dinosaur
ones
ones
like
they
Dino Charge.
imply.
They talk about them being sad.
I mean, a lot of the
or,
dinosaur
like,
ones, like
they
Dino
need
Charge,
help
they
'cause
talk
they're
about them
sick
being
or whatever,
sad,
and you're like,
or
okay.
like they need help because
So,
they're sick or
you're just gonna
whatever,
ride
and you're
these
like,
guys into battle
okay.
and let them get blown up.
So you're
That's
just gonna
fine.
ride these guys
That's
into
humane.
battle and let them get blown
Dino
up?
Thunder, like
That's
again,
fine.
every
That's
dinosaur.
humane.
my daughter and I
Dino
had this
Thunder,
conversation,
like
which
again, every dinosaur.
man,
My daughter
one
and I
that
had this
travels through
conversation,
time
like,
and
Time
Time
Force
Force
or
or
whatever.
whatever
Is
is
kind of
like,
like has his
one
literal
that
own
travels through
personality
time
and
and
Time
literally
Force
be
or
like,
whatever. Is kind
I
of
need to
like
meet an
has his
asshole
literal own
who's far
personality and
more
has to
asshole than I
literally
could
be
ever
like.
be.
And then they bonded. They
far
trauma
more
bonded
asshole than I could
on
ever
a
be.
level. And then they
You know what I'm saying?
they
That's
bonded.
just, like, so
they
deep.
trauma
And
bonded
Eric came back,
on a
he's like,
level.
look,
You know
I
what I'm
found
saying?
a
That's
friend.
just like so
And then they
deep.
just, like,
And
immediately-
Eric came back. He's like,
You know what I'm
look,
saying?
I
Like,
found a friend.
my daughter's like,
and then
every
they just like
dinosaur one, though,
immediately
is obviously
you know what I'm saying? Like
living.
my daughter's like every
a few of
dinosaur
these are
one
just,
though is
like,
obviously
just die. I mean, again,
living.
literally,
Like,
Eric
you know what I'm saying?
a few of
His
these are just,
quantum
like,
best friend
just
die. I mean,
You know what I'm
again,
saying?
literally
Like,
Eric and his
it's
quantum
crazy.
best
His
friend
taming him was like,
you know what I'm saying?
get over
Like,
here.
oh,
Dang,
dang,
I like
it's
him.
crazy. His taming him was like, get over here.
It's
Oh, dang,
been
I
a
like
minute
him.
since I watched Time Force. I just remember him putting his hand in the
It's
thing and getting
been
the
a minute
morpher.
since
But
I
yeah, he
watched
did
Time
have to
Force.
like
I just remember him
tame
putting
the
his hand
T-Rex,
in the
didn't
thing
he?
and getting the
He was
morpher. But yeah, he did have to
traveling
like
roguely
tame the
through
T-Rex,
time,
didn't
and
he?
the other
That- he
rangers
was,
were like
traveling
have you been
noticing
roguely
this thing
through
blipping in
time?
and out of
And
time
the
or
other
whatever?
rangers were
And
like,
that was like,
yo,
their
have
side
you been
quest.
noticing
And then
this
all of a
thing
sudden he's like,
blipping in and out of
oh,
time
new
or
whip?
whatever?
Let
And
me
that
go
was
and
like
get that.
their
And then he
side
just
quest.
literally
And then
pulls
all of a
up
sudden
and
he's
is
like,
like,
oh,
"You,"
new
and
whip.
he's like, let me go and get that. And then he just literally
pulls up and is like, you.
you know what I'm saying?
And
They're
he's like,
trying to wheel him in.
hey, and then
Same
just
thing with
immediately,
Dino Gale going to
you know what I'm saying? They're
Thunder
like
with Trent
trying to
and
wheel him in.
the
Same
freaking-
thing with
Dino
that
Gale
and the
was going to
Stegosaurus.
Thunder with Trent and
He just like
the freaking
walks by. And he's
that
like, oh,
and the
this is my
Stegosaurus.
morph for now. He just like
casually just
walks
casually,
by.
"Ooh,
And he's like,
look,
oh,
I
this
like
this my
this,"
morph
and
for
then
now.
people getting rejected.
Casually, just casually. Like,
Mesogog,
"Ooh,
that whole
I like
episode was
this,"
trying to
and
get the
then
thing
people
to
getting
bottom
Yeah.
rejected.
and it
Was
went
it
to
Yeah.
Mesogog? That
And
whole
then
episode
all
was
of a
trying to
sudden
get
it's
the
like, oh man,
thing
look at
to
the bottom.
Yeah.
and it went
Like,
Yeah.
gets with the
and then
Omnitrix.
all of a
Don't get
sudden
too
it's like,
close
oh
to
man,
it.
look at
Yeah.
the
Let's- Van Ness
You know
sees
what I'm
it
saying?
so
Like,
funny
it's with
when,
Omnitrix.
like,
Don't get too
that's how
close
the
to
first
it.
three
Yeah.
get theirs too. They
Van
literally
Ness
just
sees
walk
it
up
so
and
funny
steal
when,
them from
like,
Tommy's
that's
lab.
how the
And
first
then
three get
Tommy's
theirs
like,
too.
you
They
didn't
literally
choose
just
them, they
walk up and
chose you.
steal
And I'm
them
like,
from
have
Tommy's
you
lab.
tried to bond
And then
these with
Tommy's
other
like,
people? It
you didn't
seems
choose
really
them, they
suspicious
chose
that
you. And
like
I'm
three
like,
teenagers
have you
just
tried to
broke
bond
into
these
your
with other people?
place,
It
picked
seems
up some
really
rocks, and
suspicious
now
that
they're
like three
Power
teenagers
Rangers, and there's
just
nothing you can
broke
do
into
to
your
undo that
place,
because
picked
they're
up
like
some rocks,
chosen.
and now they're Power
There
Rangers, and
are
there's nothing you can
lab
do to undo
cameras
that
and
because they're like
alarms, and
chosen.
you've demonstrated
There
that you
are
have a good
lab
security
cameras and
apparatus.
alarms,
And you've demonstrated that
was
you
it
have a
chosen
good
for
security
science?
apparatus.
Maybe, like,
You know what I'm saying? You can just
was
say
it chosen
Dr.
for
Oliver.
science?
I'm
Maybe,
still
like,
suspect
I'm
of that
saying you can just
PhD
say
Dr. Oliver.
Dr. Oliver.
I'm still suspect of that PhD Dr. Oliver,
people who
but
accredited you.
and
I'm
believe
going to
then these
go
children were
with
science or
the
data.
people who
That's
accredited you.
apprehensible
And
because there's a
believe
whole
then
other
these children
scientist
were
there that literally
science
looked
or
like she was
data.
frothing at the mouth.
That's
to
apprehensible
be a
because there's a
ranger.
whole other
Like that whole
scientist there
season
that literally
felt
looked like
like
she was
a
frothing at
reverse
the mouth
Billy. Like
to be a
Billy would
ranger.
be
Like that whole
Yeah.
season
season
like
felt
oh,
like
I'd be
a
back
reverse
out there,
Billy.
but this hip,
Like
you know what
Billy
I'm
would
saying?
be like if Billy
You know
could
what I'm
say
saying?
like, "Oh, I'd
she
be
was
back out
like,
there," but this hip,
you know what I'm saying? These
yeah,
give me
you know what
a
I'm saying? Like,
dinosaur. Like
she
you know
was
what I'm saying?
like,
She was like on the cusp
I
of like
Yeah.
give
hacking
me
the
a
grid and be
dinosaur.
yeah,
Like
so
she,
this is
you know what I'm
mine
saying? She was
now.
like on
You
the
know what I mean?
cusp of like
Yeah. Haley's one of the
Hacking the
ones
grid
where
and be
I'm
like,
like,
yeah, so
we
this is mine
need
now. You know what I mean?
a mentors.
Haley's one of the
like,
ones where I'm
reunion
like, we
season where they
need
go on an
a
adventure together and get to be a new
mentors
ranger
like
team. Like Dr.
reunion
K,
season where they go on an
Haley,
adventure together and get to be a new
I
ranger
mean,
team.
I
Like
guess like
Dr.
I'd love if
K,
RJ and Kendall
Haley,
went with them, but they both already got to be
I mean, I
rangers.
guess
But
like
like, I'd love if RJ
there's
and
a
Kendall
whole
went with them,
bunch
but they
of
both already got to be
people who seem
rangers. But like,
qualified that just kind of like
there's
take
a
a back
whole
seat
bunch
during the
of
show, and you're like,
people who
I want
seem
to see these
qualified that
guys
just kind of like
do
take a
their own
back seat
thing.
during the
Think
show, and you're
about
like, I want to
the
see these
like
guys
Wheelzord.
do their own
I think of
thing.
think
art-
about I was always the kid
like
in my friend group
Wheelzord.
that had Artillatron.
I think of
or like the
I
White
was
Tiger. Any
always the kid in
supplemental
my friend group that
side
had
shit,
Artillatron,
right? Like a dude be
or
like,
like the
I
White
just got the
Tiger.
Rescue
Any
Megazords.
supplemental side
Hey, guess who
shit,
just
right?
got the
Like a
turbine
dude be
laser
like,
and all that?
I just
Like,
got
you
the
know what I'm
Rescue
saying? All the
Megazords, like,
accessories, like you know what I'm saying?
hey, guess who just got the turbine laser and all that?
To
Like, you know what I'm
me,
saying?
it
All
feels
the
weird that
accessories,
those,
like, you know what I'm saying?
Titanus.
So,
those are the
to
most
me,
sentient.
it
Those
feels
are
weird that
obvious.
those,
like
like,
Titanus literally had a
Mhm.
screening process to be like, look, I know y'all got those slingshots, but that don't mean nothing, bro. I'll still swing on y'all, bro. Who are y'all? You know what I'm saying? And they had a whole, they got in a fight. Like Tommy and Jason got in a whole fight on a mountain over it. And then they're like, hey, man, we should just like turn that on him. And he's like, well, what do you say fuck me for? And then they, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like they literally, like, was it basically pressure Titanus and like, all right, whatever, I'll help y'all. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but like they tamed him. You know what I'm saying? They didn't,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? They didn't come through and were like, oh boy, new ordinance from Zordon or whatever. It was like, no, we had to like roll for charisma. All right, he's not
Yeah.
buying that. I need you to roll again at advantage this time. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Yeah.
So like,
Roll animal handling.
all right, husbandry. Did you get? Oh, okay. Like,
I don't know if it shows up on the screen. I'm Beauty Baba Yaga. I'm on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Lemonade, bunch of other things. I have Linktree attached to all those. Please go subscribe to my YouTube. I make lore videos, and I'm a huge Power Rangers nerd.
I tell everybody, please, please take her advice. Check her out. She's on YouTube. She's on TikTok. Wonderful lore discussions. Again, you can see some of the videos we've collabed on back and forth on TikTok. And I'm only looking to do more and more with more of the Tokusatsu, Power Rangers, and other, you know what I'm saying, fans like myself. So again, please check her out. She's super rad. I cannot tell you the amount of like brain scratchers that like we've had lore dumps and back and forth about that are just like really cool content. So again, today's topic was Power Rangers Zords, their mecha specifically from their, I guess, adoptive father, surrogate father Zordon. You know, gave them some cool cars. Gave them 5 cool cars. Each time he gave 5 random teenagers with attitude dope cars. One of them was a T-Rex. One was a saber-tooth tiger. One was a Triceratops, a pterodactyl. I mentioned a Triceratops, right? I mentioned that Triceratops and Mastodon, right? Um, they were all some of the coolest vehicles my 3-year-old brain could process. Because again, Day of the Dumpster came out, I was 3, and about that fall, all I could think about was like, bro, when I grow up, I want that. Whatever the fuck that car is, you're gonna have to give me that, bro. So we out here really talking about Power Rangers. You know what I'm saying? Like Power Rangers. Uh, I said Super Sentai Mech. I probably should meant to actually transform that to Power Rangers Zords, because the Power Rangers Zords, all of these on display currently are, except the one on the far right. The one on the far right is literally like 2 seasons before that. Um, uh, no, it's not. It's Live Man. This is from Live Man. So this is like several seasons before the Zeo Ranger adaptation. But all these are in Power Rangers. All these right here are in Power Rangers. Because again, Mighty Morphin, the second season of Mighty Morphin. This is Zeo. This is Power Rangers in Space. This is my favorite season, Lost Galaxy. And these are from Time Force, right? There are so many layers and levels to them. Of course, you always got like the main 5 or 6 from the heroes proper, you know what I'm saying? And based on the theme, you know what I mean? I wouldn't want to pay for upkeep either, bro. But Billy out here was the one man mechanic, you know what I'm saying? Let me see here. They say you can barely hear me at all, eh? Let me. Any better? How are you doing? Can you hear me now? Any better? Let me know. I don't want to like blow anyone's ears out. You know what I mean? But yeah, Billy. I mean, Billy was the GOAT, man. He built that one flying car. You know what I'm saying? He had that flying car. That was the Volkswagen, and then he went on to make a White Ranger with a fucking White Tiger Zord. You know what I'm saying? So he went on from making a bitch sheet car to like an entire robot. You know what I mean? Bro, the Mastodon had AC that projected outward, bro. The Mastodon, again, I gotta tell y'all, had AC that you projected out to shit, right? You could. That's a free ice rink right there, right? That's a, you know what I mean? Like the real estate on that, like, you know what I'm saying? And like, you imagine, because I used to be seeing how the Triceratops and Mastodon, when they be pulling up like the slowest, no miles an hour. But if you look how big those motherfuckers are, bro, like you would traverse a city block in a few steps. You know what I'm saying? Who needs parking at that point? You know. Point is Zordon was one of the greatest like project car dads ever, bro. Like he was really out here just giving. Look, when they left Justin's bum ass in Countdown to Destruction, or it went from Turbo to In Space, and they have Justin there. They left him in what? The Bugatti of shuttles, right? They left in a shuttle that only could fit 4 of them for some reason. And they all went up to some this rando fucking the Astra Mega ship. And these things just happened to dock into each other. Like they were just happened to be made for each other, bro. Nah, that was Billy. That's all Billy. That had to have been Billy, right? And I always say, put y'all theories in the chat, bro. But I'm a strong believer that the Billy Cranston theory holds up. That boy, after he left Zeo and came back from Aquitar and getting his old aging shit fixed, went and took all that knowledge, went to what they call NASADA, which was their NASA equivalent, and made it so every other move that happened after Zeo was because this boy's 5D chess apparatus. You know what I mean? So I'm always tell y'all to specifically, and I'm not necessarily concluding right now, but I'm going to specifically tell you shouts out to every single person that made today's episode possible. Of course, Beauty Baby Yaga. Again, check us out on TikTok, because not only do we have collaborative TikToks, we have our individual Lord Dumpsons talks about Power Rangers, Super Sentai. For me personally, the rest. You can find any of the following officially. Toei Hero World. Toei will be premiering in September 2025. Kamen Rider Zets, right? And again, it will be simulcast throughout the entire world. First of its kind. So again, every year we do more and more, and we keep reminding people that people out here like Tokusatsu. Yeah, I mean, we be out here. So go ahead and visit them there. Shout Factory, Tokusatsu. You can check them out as well. I always say, please support your local fan sub communities. And you know what I'm saying, give them that umph, because without them, I don't care. You fake it until you make it, right? The Tokusatsu community would not have been here if it weren't for the Yarg and the people who went onto the Grand Line and made sure that we had it good like this, right? So I'm always gonna say, from Hinotori subs, Grown Ups in Spandex, all the way to TV Nihon, all the way up to here, bro. Every one of those groups, shout out like the frontiersmen they were, and making sure that this content was expeditiously now ready, simulcast at the fucking same time. Let's go, bro. We didn't even think it was gonna happen like this, and now here we is, right? So always be shouting out to tell people the ways they can support. You can support us on Patreon. You know what I'm saying? I got my Patreon up here. You can support me and anyone else that you saw today on our TikToks or YouTube. I have my first design of a shirt available. We'll have those available for release after first orders in 3 weeks. Delivery will be expected in 4. Again, you can attend here. I'm here at Rick right now. Like, I'm really here. Like, I'm about to, after I conclude here, finish Beyblade. My son just got his first Beyblade and launcher set, so he out here competing with all the other homies playing Beyblade. An hour here, $5. 2 hours, $7. The rest of the evening, $10, y'all. You know what I'm saying? And you can bring some food. You know what I'm saying? You can bring some food from around the way. We hang out, talk Tokusatsu, talk mechs, talk whatever you want, and hang out. Please let me know if you like more people appearing on the show. I will definitely, again, as I'm working on making this smoother and cleaner, I will definitely make sure that more people are on, more variety of voices, and more things are heard. That's sick, Rich. No, shout out to Rich. When it comes to, like, I'm like that with most of the mechs, actually. Like, I feel like the karate and grown-ups and spandex is actually second to the fact that, like, dope robotic whips was, like, the first, like, oh my God. Like, I'm gonna show y'all the shot that, like, look. Y'all ain't gonna know. Y'all gonna understand it the second y'all see it, right? We're gonna pull it up. No, we'll pull up right now. The Dynamaker. All right, power up your crystal. When we see the toes do this is it, bro. That part right here, when these things looking over the edge of these, I was like, oh, bro. Let me have that, please. Let me have that. I want that. Give me one of those. Give me the job that it requires to have that, right? Or did y'all not remember when y'all saw the Shogun Megazord pull up and God dang, bro, the Shogun Megazords, these bitches right here, when they were like piloting these bitches remotely and shit, bro, like, I don't know, bro. The Power Rangers driving the withdrawing Rangers. Bro, oh my gosh. I was like, these morphing crystals are so sick. What do they do? Just like a whole bat top joystick, you know what I'm saying? To pilot your literal 2-ton death machine, bro. Guys, we're on, like, who were you at Willy Wonka's factory, bro, with these design look, this UI UX is gonna be perfect. They're gonna take a coin, the coin's gonna turn into a long piece of candy, bam, and they're gonna just pilot what? Oh, giant walking robot. Duh. What the fuck you think this is, bro? looking at us like we're stupid, bro. Oh my gosh. So, yeah, I mean, there's just like so many just beautiful effing moments when it comes to these fucking robots that just really set me in. So again, I want to thank y'all for pulling up. I want to thank y'all for tuning in. We'll be here next Tuesday. I promise. It'll get smoother. It'll get better the more we do it. You know, we just gotta get our flow. But this time y'all didn't like not hear me for a whole 30 minutes, right? And I was able to be on both TikTok and YouTube, and y'all got to see mostly the same shit. So do you see what I'm saying? This is how good Power Ranger seasons work. You get a power, then you'll get your suit, you get a robot, maybe a few more friends, and then boom, 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 boom. You're going to monster of the day every day, right? We just going through our orientation period, all right, heroes? But I'm grateful for each one of you Henshin heroes from wherever you are right now hanging out with me. And I look forward to hanging out with you next Tuesday, same time. And let's just make this better. In the meanwhile, while we are away from each other, let's do the following as heroes. Minimize world suck. Can we do that? Wherever you are, wherever you're doing, choose kindness, dap them up, give them the patience that you wish to receive. You know what I mean? Be the hero you wish you had when you needed it most. And I believe in each and every one of you Henshin heroes, and I cannot wait to hang out and talk next week. Again, this may be a little bit more of me actually giving a review of an actual specific series rather than me trying to generalize. I really want to give y'all some starting points on some really good. I think I want to focus on good combat in hands in Tokusatsu. So I look forward to seeing y'all next week. Same time, same place.